Today I'm going to be sharing with you a quick way to get baked on brake dust off of your wheels. Got my trough full of water and my iron out. So my wheel's in, and you can see, guys, that much is in the water. Yeah, guys, so my best advice on if you're gonna do this, just get you a kiddie pool. I've not yet tried a kiddie pool, but I know it would work. I mean, it just makes perfect sense to lay this wheel flat, face down, and the whole face is submerged. It won't want to teeter-totter on you and try to make its way out of this this trough. This trough works best, and I've used it in the past for this. If the tire is not mounted, usually I'll get the tire unmounted and I'll just rotate the wheel in the trough, and it's hard to get like places up like this when you got the tire mounted, because there's so much tire there, it keeps it from getting submerged. But if the tire wasn't on here, it would probably go up to here, and that's at least where you want it. That way you can do full rotations. But yeah, my next purchase might be, if I'm doing something like this and don't want to unmount the tires, which I'm going to unmount these tires anyways. I just wanted to try this out. Tires are going to come off, so I'm just going to unmount these, and today I'm going to show you with a different wheel on how it would work. But here is a close-up of what's already been done. So here's the baked on brake dust, and check it out. This is just from sitting in the iron out. So you can tell this was just putting it in there for a little bit of time. You're gonna have to make adjustments, and just use your best judgment on how much iron out you use. You can always add more. But yeah, just enjoy this video, and hope it helps you out. Have fun with it, guys. Alright, so I'm going to be sticking in a wheel that has some corrosion and stuff, and we're going to see what it does. It definitely has a little bit of brake dust, so we're going to dip this in the tub and see if it cleans it up. Again, this is a good way to not damage your wheels, just using iron out, because you're not using a scoring pad or anything to get this baked on stuff off here. What the iron out will do for this, and this is a good example also of if you have your wheel unmounted and it's anything like the other wheel that I just showed you with tons of brake dust on. This is the best way to get this brake dust off, guys. This is a 20-inch wheel. Again, this is a Tractor Supply water trough. You can lay a full 20-inch wheel in this trough face down, so you're gonna get, and I can add water and make it come over this lip here. So I think that's what we're gonna do, and we're gonna add some more iron out and see what happens. Again, this isn't a wheel that has so much baked on brake dust, but it does have some discoloring, and I'd call that rust of some form. So we're gonna fill it up more and put more iron out in, see what happens. And you could just put it inside that wheel like that. It'll help keep it in one area, the area you want it in anyways. I want to try something for you guys here. I just want to show you up close that this rusty residue on here does not just wipe off. So we're going to fill it up some more and see if we can get that iron out on there. So I got the wheel fully submerged in the trough, and we're just going to add some more iron out. And we're going to let that sit for about an hour, I'd say. And we're just going to see what that does in about an hour's time. And we'll do each wheel after that. I'm not going to do a video on each wheel, but we're just going to see how long this takes to clean up, or if it will clean up at all. I got a center cap here too. It's got a good amount of that rust baked on brake dust, so I'm going to throw that in there and see what happens with that, because I've found that these get just as bad as the wheels, and there's nothing you can do other than this method that I've found without damaging it. So we're going to throw this in, see what happens. Okay guys, so I'm going to try to speed this up a little bit. I've only let this soak about, I'd say 20 minutes, maybe 30, but I don't want to spend all day soaking this, and I will try it on this other wheel though. I'll leave it overnight if I have to, just to show you guys the results. But the longer you let this stuff sit, I'd recommend it overnight, and you're just going to see really great results. You'll have to do minimal scrubbing on the wheels. I just want to show you, just from this sitting in here, this chrome wheel that I wasn't planning on doing today, just from it sitting in here and doing a little bit of, before this wasn't wanting to come off, but now you can see, there's my center cap. Now you can see right here, this is where I've scrubbed a little bit. Over here is what it used to look like. You can see the results already on that. And as far as the front goes, spin it around, there was like some milky substance on there, and even that appears to be coming off with just minimal scrubbing. Let me go get a towel here. So this would work for not only brake dust, but for any kind of buildup grime. So you can see that is almost gone, all that milky substance. Show you the wheel. Again, I haven't done any like major polishing or anything or wiping down, but here's a wheel right here, guys. This is the exact wheel. It was just as dirty, and you can see I didn't even rub the whole wheel and see that it's already showing results. So iron out is the best thing for these guys, with no matter what you got. If they're just dirty, the hardest part is going to be to get the wheel off the tire, and if you can't do that, get you a kiddie pool and lay it face down in the kiddie pool, and you will see great results. Alright, so I didn't go and take the tire off the other wheel, so I went ahead and found a different wheel to show you guys the amount of brake dust on it and the results. I'll show you the results that we get off of this. I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna work with this one until I see good results. So even if that means leaving it in the tub all night. But right here, the other wheel had a lot of this, almost on all the whole face of the wheel, but this will give you an idea. This is baked on here. This is super hard to get off. It's just almost became part of the wheel. So again, there's a little bit here, not as bad as the other wheel, but we're gonna dip this one, and I'm gonna show you guys the results. Alright guys, so this is day 2. Welcome back. So this wheel has been sitting in the tub for 12 hours along with these caps here, and I went ahead and brought, oh, you can't see them, there you go. I went ahead and brought them inside. I took them out of the tub because it's just too windy. I live in Indiana, where one day it's super nice and the next day it's complete opposite. So figured you guys would be able to hear me a little better and avoid the wind. So here's the wheel. Start off with one of these caps here. If you guys, well, you'll be able to see from before I dipped it and soaked it, I have not wiped any of this yet, and already I can tell that most of this is completely gone, and before it wouldn't even wipe off, even with a cleaner. So here we go. This is just 12 hours of sitting in that tub. After an hour after I last shot the video and checked on it, and guys, I just didn't see very good results. So I was like, I'm just gonna let this sit overnight, forget about it. But check that out. That's almost like new again. I mean, I'm just having to do minimal wiping. Like, I would almost call this dusting. No harder than dusting something off. So I'm just wiping that down. Check it out. Clean as a whistle. So all I used was iron out, and I think I didn't put more than a quarter of a cup. I mean, a quarter of a cup. I might even put half of a quarter of a cup. I just did a couple shakes here and there, but a little goes a long ways with this, guys. There's another one. I didn't even have to wipe really that one off. It was already pretty much clean. So that one's done. And here's the wheel. So here's the wheel up close. It might be hard to see with my lighting here. You can kind of see some rust still around these letters. And guys, it is just wiping right off. Hardly any scrubbing. I might have to get a flathead screwdriver down in there, but look at that chrome. Man, this looks like, guys, these look like new. Like, they were covered. I mean, they weren't as bad as those other wheels, but they were pretty bad, guys. And could you imagine cleaning all the brake dust off of this wheel? I mean, look at all these crevices and pockets and places for that stuff to hide out. So all I'm doing now is just wiping it off. So even if you have to pay someone to unmelt your wheels, if all you have is brake dust that won't come off, I know it's gonna cost you money to unmelt the wheel, but if you don't unmelt the wheel, get a kiddie pool. Buy a kiddie pool and just keep the tire on the wheel and lay this wheel face down in the kiddie pool and do one at a time. Don't spray paint it, you know, to try to cover up the rust. Just dip it and iron out, and that's all you got to do, and you will make your wheels look like new again. A lot of times with these black wheels, I've found that almost all of them have this, unless someone used a different type of brake pad. I'm not sure of the exact name, guys, but there's a different brake pad out there that you do not get all this as much anyways. I mean, and I would also recommend doing that if that bugs you. But look at that spot. That was baked on brake dust. It is just wiping off right now. So hope you enjoy this video. Please subscribe. Hopefully I'll come up with some more stuff that help you guys out over time. I appreciate you watching this video. Thanks.